Hey y'all, hope everybody is doing well. Just leaving out of this noisy gym. Welcome, welcome, welcome for those who come in. Selena's couch. Hope you guys can hear me. If not, please let me know. The one that's in the bushes. If I like you, you can come on out. I'm not gonna bite. Um, I am just leaving out of the gym. I feel so much better. I hate coming to the gym, but when I leave, I do feel a lot better. Hi, Black Ubiquity. How are you? I'm getting your name right. I'm doing better and better. Hope you're doing well. Hope I'm not breathing heavy like some overweight person. But I'm going to the gym to get better, to get finer. Today, I did some cardio, working on my glutes. Yes, yes, yes. Working on my glutes. Yes, since people think I gotta fix the flat anyway, I'm gonna make it stick out even bigger. So, hope you guys are doing well. Monday is a hard day for me. Uh, the beginning of the week. Yes, yes, yes. That's why the summer is coming up. So I got this week and next week, and I am on summer vacation, and I am so happy about that. What's up, Sebastian? Good to see you. Well, glad to see you, buddy. Yes, welcome to Selena's Couch, where anybody can come up and share their grievances or tell me what's going on in their life and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. How you doing, Jaco? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Selena's Couch. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm gonna put you on my phone. Hopefully, it's not gonna be doing any echo. So yeah, it is a open panel. What's up, CC? Good to see you. You behaving today? CC be in these streets, honey. You been behaving yourself, CC? Ooh, we stop beeping at folks. What's up, Big Red? Big Red. Good to see you. Big Red is in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Good to see you. What's up, WTAC? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming by. Make sure y'all press the like button as you come in, please. Pretty please. You know, I'm trying to get into the algorithm so I can expand and do some other things. So I need y'all help to get in that algorithm, y'all. Get in this algorithm. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not doing nothing. Like I said, I just left the gym. I will let y'all see how I'm doing, how I'm looking. I'm pretty sweaty. What's up, Captain Wolf? You behaving? I don't know why I'm asking Captain Wolf is he behaving because I know the answer to that. Hell no. Hell no. Captain Wolf never behaves. Captain Wolf be giving these folks the business in the chat, honey. See, we gonna have you to stop lying, honey. We know you ain't no angel. Cece be in this talking. She be talking her stuff. She be talking her ish. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm just leaving. Trying to get super, super, super fine for the. What's up, Bevins? What's up, Stufu? Trying to get super fine for the summer. Yes, yes, yes. Super, super fine. I hope everybody doing well again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope anybody that would like to come up, you are more than welcome. I've been trolling the breast milk bandits. Oh my God, who is the breast milk bandit? I'm kind of afraid to ask because I know Captain Wolf, he be getting on these folks, honey. Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm not gonna hold you this long. I'm gonna put my link in the chat. Let's see. But if I don't know you, and even if I do know you, I might have you to cam up because we have some real crazy people that have no life that want to harm bomb people. So I definitely have to watch out for those little critters. People are just really sick. Yeah. I don't know if y'all want to see me all sweaty. I ain't glammed up today. Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see me? Hey, Philly. How are you? Good to see you, Philly. Y'all want to see me sweat up? Are you sweaty? What's up, Slim? Good to see you. I put the link in the chat. What's up, Diane? I put the link in the chat if anybody would like to come up on Selena's couch. I want to talk a little bit about the fakery I see out here. My goodness. I'm telling you, it's all kinds of foolishness going on in this app. People doing some odd stuff for some change, strange things for some change, honey. And yeah, it's looking pretty bad out here on these YouTube streets. I don't know what these folks got going on, honey. What's up, Just E? Yeah, I did. Look, I just left from the gym, Just E, trying to get finer, get them glutes up. Like I told you, since they already think I'm fixing flat anyway, they really gonna have something to say. That booty gonna be all up in the air. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of shit. Oh, okay, you be in the bushes. See. I know you be in these streets, cutting up, acting up. That's okay. CC like talking a lot of ish. She said talking a lot of ish ain't gonna hurt nobody, y'all. What's up, Kev? Let me let homeboy go across the street before I run over. I don't wanna be in jail for running over anybody. Hey TP, good to see you. CC, you ain't fooling nobody, honey. Child. Did I put the link in there? You know, I'm just talking and talking. I'm driving now, so I think I do good lives when I'm driving. You can see you're gonna see the real me anyway, but you really can see the real me when I'm driving. At least you can hear it. Because honey, these folks, my patience level is not good. Dallas is the 6th worst place for drivers. Drivers. The 6th worst place where there are bad drivers. So if you ever come to Dallas, honey, just beware. And I think Houston somewhere in they might be number 1 or 2. Or maybe Los Angeles. I know it's bad traffic in Los Angeles. Oh, you sleepy? Oh, you always sleepy. You either sleepy, CC, or you talking that ish. Child, I can't keep up with you. Yes. But I see a lot of stuff that's going on in the YouTube. Like I told y'all, a lot of times on my last live, people be biting on your style, or they do some of the stuff that you're doing, and then they say they came up with the idea. And I'm like, some of y'all just need to go sit y'all old down, okay? After you do a live, then you have somebody else. They want to do a live and try to and know they in the bushes listening to everything you say, so they can go back and talk about it and do whatever, and chop it up and make it theirs. Hey, Black Queen, like they really said something after they done took everything you said. But I don't be in the bushes. I can just look at the titles. But I digress. Like I said, you see a lot of fakery on here. People trying to be other people. Like I say, when I came on here, I was determined to not be nobody else but Selena. What's up, King Stoner? What's up with the eyes? Go on somewhere with them eyes, King Stoner. Ain't nobody got time for that. Put some hearts in there. I came on here being myself, and I'm gonna leave being myself. Yeah. And whatever I say, I'm gonna stand on it. I don't know, well, if y'all wanted to, I don't know. Just let me know one in the chat. I'm going gun sh- um gun shopping again, and well, I was thinking about going to the we in Texas we have a gun show, so I was gonna think about taking you guys there. That would be my first live where I'm actually going somewhere. I think it would be a good idea. What y'all think? Would y'all like to go to the Texas gun show and see all the different guns and stuff like that? I think it would be pretty interesting. But I am going shopping again on tomorrow with a coworker. So I'm going to be looking at some ammo. So if y'all would like to come along, let me know. Hey, Uncle Al, how are you? Hey, Joe. So I'm going to be doing that. So let me know, guys, if y'all want to go to the Texas Gun Show. It's on the 24th and I think the 25th. I'm probably, hey, Mr. 86K. Y'all can come up if y'all would like to. What's up, Genesis? Um, let me put the link in the chat. Just let me get somewhere. Yeah, y'all would like to come with me to the gun show, y'all are more than welcome. Just let me know if you would like to come, and then I will do a live. Yes, yes, yes. Like y'all to see a little bit of Texas, what we got going on here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna have to get somewhere. Then I'll put my link up. Now, for those that I already know, I'm still gonna have you to kind of cam up because you got some people that will take other people's profile and they'll use it just to farm bomb you. So I'ma have y'all to just cam up just a little bit and then y'all can cam back down. Honey, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. What's up, T-Cat? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, charge it to my head and not my heart. I'm doing multiple things and trying to stay safe. Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm gonna put the chat in, put the link in here again. Joe, did you know about the gun show? I know you're in Dallas too. Yeah. So put the link in the chat. What's up, SBK? Good to see you. Yeah, so if y'all would like to go with me, please put a 1 in the chat. So maybe you can go along with me to the gun show. Hey, Ann. I'm probably gonna go on a Saturday. I'm not gonna go on that Sunday. So just let me know. Put a 1 in chat. Okay. So I see 1. You would like to go with me? Yeah. I put the link in the chat. Anybody would like to come up? Don't be afraid. Come on up. Come on up. Join me. Join me. But yeah, I just see a lot of stuff that's going on in these YouTube streets. And okay, I got 1, 2. Okay, so gun show it is. Make sure on the 25th you guys can follow me. There they have a lot of good ammo there that's on sale. So it's gonna be exciting to see what they have this year. Yes. Yeah, Joe, you probably need to go too. So hey, find you some. Look, I need to get me some brass knuckles too. Oh Lord, I had something kind of like that, but Look, somebody stole them. What's up, Clean? Good to see. What's up, Dimple D? Dimple D, Dimple D. Yes, yes, yes. Salute, bitty bitty bumba. Yeah, I need to go to the gun range this year. I haven't been this year, so I definitely need to go this year. In Texas, we always stay ready. Always stay ready. Can never be too ready. You never be too ready. Mhm. Yes, yes. You gotta be like the devil. Sometimes you gotta be where people can never see you coming. Yeah. hmm Like I said, people will oftentimes misjudge you for what they think you are, but sometimes that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that's a really good thing when people underestimate you. So I've been underestimated a few times, but people were surprised. Garrett, and I know you or Angelo, somebody got a big mouth want to come up. Somebody got a big mouth and want to come up. Who is it? Who is it? What's up, CX? You scared of a child? In the world we live in, with a lot of these maniacs out here, you better get unscared. Yeah, you can pray and God will protect you, but you gotta have some power. So, I mean, yeah, God is your source. He'll protect you, but honey, ain't nothing wrong with some extra. I used to hate the sound of I used to hate the sound of guns when I was little, and then when I got older, I started to get used to it because I lived in the cliff, so it's like hey Kevin, hey Ebo, how are you? In the cliff, we hear them very often, so I got unscared. Yeah, once you get used to something, you get unscared, and it just start being something. You like, oh, it's gunshots. Oh, okay, just like just like ain't nothing happened. I mean, it's just normal. It's sad, but it's true. Yeah, gotta have that pew pew. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I believe in prayer, but I also believe in that pow pow too. Yes, yes, yes. You drive and listen. I love the sound. You like Twister? You. Thank you. Is anybody gonna come up? Yes or no? This is Selena's couch, so that means somebody gotta come up and talk. Goodness gracious, what is going on with y'all? But yeah, I'm going to make sure I make that happen for you guys on the Hey Will T on the 20. I think it's the 25th. I'm going to check the date of that just to make sure, so I can get there and have the camera ready. Yeah, like I say, I'm like I ain't I ain't got to the point where I'm gonna turn the other cheek all the time. I'm just not. I'm not there. I'm not gonna turn the cheek all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes it is what it is. And I said what I said. God don't make no dummies. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that, and what else I'm gonna be doing. So I guess I'll leave that for the 25th because I'm going somewhere else Friday, and then I'll make sure that weekend to make sure y'all. I'm gonna try to put it in um a live where y'all will know where I'm going and when it's gonna be. What's up, worldwide? But I just been, like I said, I just be seeing a lot of stuff that's on here, and a lot of things. I'm not too sure on why people are doing what they doing. Just really kind of, I don't know if it's entertaining or it's just weird, or maybe just all three. Um, what I don't understand is people continue to talk about the same thing. People continue to do the same thing. It's just like, my goodness, how long are we gonna go around and around again talking about the same stupidity? But I come to realize that a lot of people, what's up, Mel W? A lot of people are okay with it, so that's why it keeps happening. Um, Now I was thinking about talking about the thing with Drake and what's his name, Kendrick, but I don't know. I think I might change that up because it's enough people talking about that. To be honest with you, and to be honest with you, I think it is something. Even if it is a real beef, these are two multimillionaires. Okay, somebody my it's these are two multimillionaires that have money. Okay, Stu. Okay, he add you. Okay, is that you?
Hey, Selena, how you doing?
Just fine. How are you?
I'm chilling like a villain, you know.
Oh, okay. Hey, chill. I was just talking about how these two multimillionaires are beefing, and really, to be honest with you, who cares at the end of the day? Um, they're beefing. If it's actually a real beef, they'll get over it. Eventually, they'll move on to somebody else. So I don't understand why people keep just seeing talking about it, and it's like that's why I was kind of debating about even going into it because I was going to go back to when it started, how to be started to where it is now. And basically, it's just men that have money that have egos, and one person is more sensitive than the other. They're both competitive. The rap game is competitive. If you're battle rapping, it's competitive. If you're just doing regular rap, it's competitive. So it's like you got two competitive people. Both of them are talented in their own right, which I'm more of a fan of Kendrick Lamar. What's up, KD? And I really don't understand why people keep talking about it. I really don't. But I guess it's just something to talk about. They make
Uh,
they make beef entertaining, basically.
yes, ma'am. I mean, it's layers and layers on that. Like a lot of people that are rap fans are in this culture. They hold up Kendrick to a pedigree being honest and being really from the streets and being really culturally covered through his experiences and how he displays that in the music that he
Hmm.
puts out into the masses. With Drake to a lot of people feels more manufactured, and him being biracial and never really standing up for black cultural issues when issues come up uh, with the death of many people that was gunned down by police violence, and him never releasing a statement upon that
Hmm.
or speaking on that in songs. Him being Jewish and not giving a like a statement on the Israeli Palestine conflict. Like
Hmm.
people just see him as a plant and as an antithesis of
Hold on,
somebody
hold on,
like
hold,
a
hold,
Kendrick
hold, hold on,
Lamar.
Stufu, hold on. Cindy, let me tell you something, ma'am. This is my platform. Okay, so if you do not like it, you don't have to announce it. I talk about a variety of things. Okay, so this is Selena, Selena, Selena. If you do not like it, move on. Thank you. You don't have to announce it. Okay, keep going. Tufu.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, Selena. Maybe I should drop down. A lot of people, when I come up on platforms, they
No,
don't like
this
to hear
lady
me.
here. No, this lady here, she coming in talking about going from Dominique. I talk about a variety of things, ma'am. The world, God is everything. I mean, there's a lot of other topics that we can talk about in the world. Okay, so I'm not going to sit up here and talk about what you want me to talk about, ma'am. If that's the case, go and get your own channel. No, it's okay. I just have to get something straight because I don't like when people do that. You come in my house and telling me he has his channel. You go to his channel. You don't come to somebody else. That's rude. So I had to let this young lady know. She don't look, don't come here with that. I talk about a variety of things. I talk about God. I talk about rap. I talk about what's going on in the world. I talk about people. I talk about issues that I'm going through. I don't just talk about one thing. Don't come in here with that foolishness. And if you really knew God, you would do things in decent and in order. Okay, go ahead, Stu. I have to get something straight. These people are crazy. Go ahead.
Nah, yes, ma'am. You do. You talk about a lot of different issues, and you're
Coming up here with
always
that
very
foolishness.
sweet. Yeah, always very sweet, calm, polite. Despite how you look and the aura that you present to the world, like I don't understand why you get this type of energy coming to you.
Yeah, flew her butt out here because she coming in here with that foolishness. Yeah, like I said, if you have the Holy Spirit within you, it will do things in decent and in order. Don't come in here with no foolishness, or you will get booted out. Hey, Sassy, what's up? Hi, Bolo. Yeah, these people got me all the way messed up coming in here. This is my house. Okay, but yeah, it's all good. Still food. Like I said, I have to let people know and look, I didn't have to cuss either. I can say what I need to say without having to cuss. But some people need to really get a good they really need to get told off because they out of order. Going somebody else's house talking about no foolishness. Oh shit. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
calm.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
blessings.
I had to
Oh,
just
you
let
good?
somebody. Oh, Lord. Yeah, but I'm good.
But
Yeah.
like earlier, you had addressed people that was in the sector that you felt was like bringing up too much drama or was stuck on drama. And then around the time right before I came up, you had addressed the Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation. So I didn't know what you had wanted to concentrate more of your attention on.
Well, my point is beef sales. That's my point. With the stuff on YouTube, with the stuff, hey steady, with the stuff that you see in the mainstream media, all of it's drama, right? And what does drama do? Not only does it get our attention, but it sells. That people pay attention to drama. That's what people like. That's my point. So I'm mixing it all in together like some gumbo. You know what I'm saying? You know, gumbo, you mix a lot of stuff in there, ingredients in there. That's exactly this conversation. Because drama, it to me, more people like drama. They pay attention to drama. They very rarely pay attention to actually sometimes something encouraging or something that is that you can get knowledge from. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
People go to what
what makes dollars, what makes likes and views, what make people pay attention. And I'm not saying the thing with Kendrick Lamar and Drake is totally fake, but I do think that a lot of times in social media, they create these manufactured beefs to create revenue for whatever reason, like, or to make maybe one person or both of them are coming out with an album, right? So both of them are coming out with some new music, so this beef may create revenue for them. That's what I'm basically saying. So do
No,
you kind
yes,
of get
ma'am.
what I'm saying? Hmm.
No, I agree exactly with what you're saying. This is an attention based economy. This is a knowledge, and the internet is the new oil, is the new gold, and people are just capitalizing on the fact that people are drawn into drama more so than knowledge of self, knowledge of building, knowledge of wealth, knowledge of helping father, uh, the other brother or your brother man uh, build with you. You know, the Kardashians and so many others built billion-dollar empires just going in on each other.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
on just on a gossip based or just a this based economy, and that's kind of transferred. Well, that's always been in rap music. It's been
Hmm.
a part of rap music. Beef has always been a part of rap music, and
Right.
that's a tenet of it.
Hmm.
But the difference in where I saw this going was, instead of saying, I effed your wife or your girl, or we got more money than you. It's like uh, you abuse your spouse, or you like young girls.
Hmm.
Like they're me tooing each other, and that's
Oh
something we've
yeah.
never seen. That's something we never seen in the rap beef.
But my thing is, if he is doing that, like they were saying, Drake saying that he like, younger women or whatever his issue was, if he do or whatever, my thing is people really need to pay attention to that stuff. And a lot of this stuff goes on in Hollywood and in the entertainment business, especially, with P Diddy, with his he's a sexual deviant, and so a lot of them are connected to him in a lot of ways. A lot of those rappers and people in entertainment went to those same parties that he had. Like what's the fella LeBron James. LeBron James was up in there. I'm not saying he did anything. What Nicki Minaj, especially when she was with Meek Mills, and you know the thing with Meek Mills and that situation. So you got a lot of foolishness going on and a lot of sexual deviant, behavior that is going on in Hollywood, especially with the sex trafficking. I hear that that's a lot going on in Hollywood, especially. Um, I think now allegedly they were saying that P Diddy had a lot of he has some sex trafficking going on there. So like I said, these people are connected in a lot of different ways, and all of this beef and this stuff that people are making up, it is, to me, I don't get too involved in it emotionally about who's greater than who. You like who you like. All this is about making them more money. Like the thing with, if you can go back, I was a little girl when when Tupac and Biggie were going back and forth. And at one time they were really good friends, right? Then they had a situation where they fell out. And then how that happened, how it ended. But it's like, even with that, Both of them came out with music surrounded around the beef. Beef sells. So I just think that this is another thing. So people don't need to get too excited about it, because really, it's just this is what they do. This is what they do. But oh, you said hell no. The history was like jokes, hardcore and dark sometimes. Do the research. Now, back in I'm gonna say the 80s, it was more about what peace, black unity and all that kind of stuff. 90s, I would say some of the gangster rap start to come out with um what was it, NWA, and
Yes, ma'am.
that yeah, with the gangster rap. Then that was like in the 90s, and then a couple other people like Tupac, uh Biggie Smalls, and who are some of the other people, Nas, all of them came out, right? I think Nas was still kind of doing conscious rap too. But Wu Tang, all of them came out right in the 90s, early 90s. So it wasn't, to me, it's not as bad as it is now, because now, like even what CX was saying, a lot of this now is really some weird stuff. It's really some weird stuff. Like the thing with what's his name, African Bambaataa. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
oh, he seemed to have uh, kind of a sordid history with young men, abusing young men. And wasn't it that guy, Hassan Campbell? Didn't he have some type of not relationship, or wasn't he molested or something?
Yes, he did. He claimed that he was molested by Bambaataa
Okay.
on numerous occasions, and other people from that area too. But they stuck around him for like years. Like after Hassan claimed that he was initially uh, assaulted by Bambaataa, 30 years later, he was working as Bambaata's security guard,
Dang, that's crazy.
or 20 something years later.
But some of them people that have been, yeah, allegedly, some of those people that have been abused, like what is that, the Stockholm syndrome or something, where they kind of stay, they kind of stay by their, not stay by, but they still
Abuser
associate,
or
yeah, with their
victimizer.
abuser.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I wondered, could that have been the situation with that? But
I mean, it could have
mhm.
well been. And, even with people questioning Cassie and why it took her so long to come out, or various victims of various big people within the industry, even Cosby. Like, why did it take Cosby abusers 30 years to come out with allegations against Cosby? People are going to question that, but like you just alluded to before, there could have been a different type of way that these people cope with what happened to them and how they looked at their victimizer.
Mm, okay. Yeah, he said he called Cap on Hassan. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some I believe, like, I think this happened like when he was like, what's up, 27? When he was like 15. This is when it happened, I think, or was it younger than that he was saying that this abuse happened. But I'm like, when you get in your as a young adult or a teenager, to me, you should know right from wrong. So, you know, it's kind of hard for me to see a teenager being abused. Hi, Tashana, how are you? I said Tashana.
Yeah,
Uh,
you
Ta-
13, 14,
Tashana.
15 years old.
Mhm.
You don't want no man between your thighs.
Right,
Period.
especially if
And
you're a
you
heterosexual little boy.
heterosexual, and you're
Hmm.
gonna know that. And if it happens, or if a situation goes down where you see it happening, you're gonna you're gonna run away from it. You're gonna not try to be around that individual no more. And
Right.
the thing about Hassan is, after that initially happened, he stayed around this individual. So then that puts a question mark in the indictment of how much he was a victim and was some of this consensual.
I know it. Thank you, A Train. He said Hassan said Bam got the olive oil. Oh my god, they caught me off guard. Thank you, A Train. That made me laugh. Oh my god. This is crazy. A Train said Hassan said Bam got the olive oil on the grill, his thighs. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Guys, y'all are more than welcome to come up if you would like to come up and join me and Stufu. But yeah, that was pretty funny. And I needed that laugh, A Train, because honey, I tell you, that kind of ran me hot just a minute ago. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, Stufu, I tell you, it's a lot of stuff going on in these YouTube streets that you wonder, are these people serious? You said Hassan gets heated when they play Planet Rock. What is that? Oh my god. But even, like CX was saying, even back then, rap like with the women was not, it wasn't overly sexualized. Like you had MC Light, you had Queen Latifah. Now I don't remember Roxanne, but that was probably in my older sister time, when they was coming up, Roxanne. And I just saw the movie on Netflix. That's how I knew about it. And then let's see, what else? I said MC Light, Queen Latifah. Can y'all still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. Can y'all still
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
can we
Okay.
can hear you. Okay.
Okay. So the MC Light and Queen Latifah, Roxanne, and who else was out back then? Who was that other lady from London? She had a British accent. I can't think of her name right now. But you had a lot of female rap artists that was not over sexualized. They had clothes. A lot of they wore clothes. They were covered. Now it's just like people are just in they. It's all about money, sex, and drugs. That's basically. Oh, and Lauren Hill. How could I forget Lauren Hill? But
Yes,
Lauren,
Lauren Hill.
yeah. How could I forget Lauren
Bless
Hill?
her.
Yeah, Lauren Hill. That now I love Lauren Hill. I don't know how I forgot Lauren Hill and Rod Digger and Yo Yo. Yeah, Yo Yo. The word. Rod Digger, Yo Yo. All them. They all had clothes on, and now Foxy Brown was a little skimpy, and Lil Kim. That's when it started kind of getting a little like real sexy, and
And
kind of that kind of thing.
kind of risque.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when they kind of came out, Foxy Brown and Lil Kim.
But they still had lyricism about themselves.
Right. Moni Love. That's her name. Yeah, because I was trying to remember who that was or whatever. But yeah, a lot of the things have changed because people are just looking for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And it seems like, I mean, not sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but sex, drugs, and money. And a lot of this is going worse. Entertainment is getting harder. Everything is surrounded by just like with the even with the women, you got what's the name, who was in the beef, look, not look Kim, but I remember, well, I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj been in beef with a whole bunch of females, so okay, but I know the one that stuck out to me was when her and what was that, her and Cardi B was going back and forth and all of that. And they were having a back and forth, and it's just like I said, it's a lot of silliness out here today. Yeah, but Moni love Moni in the middle. Okay, but yeah, I just like I said that's what I see when I look at the entertainment business, and it's like so many, not just entertainment, but just like in YouTube, wherever you turn on the TV, whatever you're looking at, TikTok, it's all surrounded by some type of, you find some type of beef, something going on. It that's what gets people attention. Sometimes encouragement don't get people's attention. 27, if that's you, cam up, because I just need to see that's you before I let you up. Cause we've been getting a lot of weirdos trying to porn bomb people. 27, is
Oh
that you?
no, not
Came
that.
up. Okay, gotcha. Okay. What's up, 27?
What up, boo?
What's up? Yeah, I'm just
What's
talking
going on
about
with you?
nothing too much. We're talking about Selena's. This is Selena's couch, and I'm having people come up here. We can talk about whatever.
Oh, shit. I just
What
came up here to see what's up, see what you had going on, girl. I'm in here frying me some fish.
Yeah. Well, you've been missing in action. I haven't been seeing you around. What's been going on with you?
Girl, chilling out, trying to take a break a little bit from this YouTube shit.
Oh
This
yeah.
shit going on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've been behaving yourself.
Girl, you know I always behave myself. It's just the other people that don't behave themselves.
The last time I saw you, you was on Candyman's live, and I seen how you were getting along up there. Y'all was having a good time.
Yeah, we was. I was having a nice time with Candyman.
Yeah,
Roasting his
man.
ass.
I said, look at 27 Darren. They gonna start calling you a Quamite after a while, girl. I said, look
They
at her
already
up there.
started. They already started that shit. You already know how they do.
Yeah, but I thought it was good. Y'all very entertaining, to say the least. I was
You
glad
was breaking up a
there.
little bit, Selena. You breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm still breaking up. Oh,
You
okay.
sound much
Hey,
better.
Capital
A little
C, what's
better.
up, repair? Yeah, King Stoner said 27
King
to a
Stoner, don't
Quamite.
play.
Oh my God.
I'm a 27
Uh,
Duranite. That's what the hell
let let me add you
Yeah, I
on
know
here.
how I do.
Yeah, you go
King
wherever
Stoner,
you
hit
want to
the
go.
link. Hit the link, King Stoner.
King Stoner don't want to hit the link. You know, I have never heard King Stoner's voice.
You
I
crazy
have
girl? You ain't
never.
heard his voice. He done been on the brown skin lady panel. You know what I'm saying? He done been
Oh,
on
he
a
did.
couple people panels. Yeah.
Oh, that's when he had a crush on brown skin lady. That's when he had a crush on her.
He
Come
still
on now,
got a
King
crush.
Stoner.
He be trying to play. He be trying to play. He still got a crush on him.
Hey, my buddy, like life with Tashana. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Selena, you don't have to say it that slow. You've been saying it right. It's Tashana. But
Okay, good. Cause
they call me Shauna over there.
Shauna, I
Yeah,
call you.
Shauna.
Well, sometimes I call you Miss T. I like to introduce you to Stu Fu and 27 Duran. So thank you for joining me today.
How you
Thank
Hey,
you
doing,
hey,
man?
all. Hey,
hey.
how y'all doing?
Blessings.
All right, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
So what would you like to talk about, girl?
Well,
Miss
you
T?
hit on something that I've been working through this week when y'all was talking about the Hassan Campbell. And you were saying
Mhm.
like how could a person go back and be with the person that did things to them?
Uh-huh.
And that kind of touched me just a little bit, not in a bad way, but just to think about it when you've been through that situation before.
Mhm.
In almost every situation, and I've had 7 of them from a little as a small child and up.
Mhm.
All 7 of my predators all befriended me, and we kept relationships up
What?
until I had a break. Yes, every single
Mm.
one of them, from touching me when I was 5 years old or whatever. And so it's kind of like you maintain like a because it's like they're touching you and then they go back to normal. So, and every we look at it and we'll say a person violated us, but you do know that whenever you have these encounters, all of them do not actually hurt you.
Okay.
So it can be situations like that. Some of the situations can hurt, but for whatever reason, I guess when you start, when it says to train a child up in the way that they should go, it's
Mm.
still it's still working that same way. If you train a child that somebody can touch on you and then they can get away and still hang around you, it's kind of like you adapt to that,
Mm.
unbeknownst to the child or the young person that is happening to. If that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Oh
So,
shoot, I got a question.
mhm.
So when you say that not every situation like that hurts, do you mean physically or psychologically? Like physically, it doesn't hurt to be, touched, or psychologically, the impact of it doesn't hold as much bearing as a lot of women say when they discuss issues like this.
I appreciate you asking that question for clarification. I love questions when we having these types of conversations. I will say what the part that I was speaking on was the physical part of it. Because anytime you touch a child, um, in an adult kind of way, it is going to cause emotional damage. Period.
Yes,
There's
ma'am.
Right.
no there's no getting around that, but I'm speaking on the physical part. Them touching you is not always something. That's why I always say if you go into your kids or something asking them about something, don't use the word hurt, because people can be touching them inappropriately, but it not necessarily be a hurt. So, but emotionally, it's very, very damaging. And we can go down the cons of this situation, and we'll still be listing stuff tomorrow.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
And
Wow, that was
sometimes
very deep.
abuse can feel good to a child. Some type of, especially sexual abuse.
Right.
Wow.
Yep. That and I can, and I don't want to go too far in it, but you know what I speak about over on my place, Selena. So
Right.
um one of my first encounters was I was 6 years old, and a guy did something orally to me the first time. So I think we all adults in here and everything. So you
Right.
can imagine, as a little child, it makes you squirm and stuff about, but it doesn't necessarily hurt because it's something that, whoa, I'd never felt this feeling before. But on the other side of it, when you get something that is for an adult at that age, imagine you continue to search for that same feeling again, especially when it's 7 different people doing it to you at the same time.
Oh my God.
So yes, I was in a lot of bad situations as a kid.
So, if you don't mind me asking, like,
Sorry to
is this
hear
too
about that.
personal? Yeah, me too. That's crazy. Were the predators, like, how old were the predators?
Well, I can't remember specific ages, but what I will tell you is I knew all of them because let's say we lived in like an apartment, and
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of apartments, but there's like the candy lady store, And I wasn't allowed to go to other people's houses, but the one place you send your kid, and even I wouldn't send my kid knowing what I went through to a candy lady store house by themselves, period. They won't be able to go. Um, if I would go over and then I would buy, you don't have the neighborhood candy store. You go over there. She has 3 grandsons. Her daughter has a boyfriend. And over there in that one house, every time I would go over to the candy lady store to buy something, and the candy lady wasn't there, one of her grandsons would always end up with their hands in my pants or doing something other than that to me. So, there's just a lot of situations, and just thinking about it, and I'm not offended by any questions. This is something I'm actually going down my healing journey of everything. And in every situation, let's just say, like, one time we were out on the playground, and her grandsons are all of them are 10 plus years older than I am. So if I'm 6 at the time, they are like 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, all of them. Okay. And me myself just dealt with, and Selena, when I be talking and I'm talking on this subject right here, my mind can be thinking about something and it'll go to something else. So sometimes you have to bring me back to you didn't answer that question, because I suppressed this and hid it for 45 years of my life. So and it took this guy actually kidnapped me and brought me back home, and I got a whooping when I came back home. And this guy showed up to my mom's funeral. And not only did he show up to the funeral, he showed up to her house after the funeral, but he couldn't get out of it because he was married to my auntie's best friend. So she was like, show up. And he was also in a singing group with my mom.
What?
So he showed up there, right? He shows up there and he gives me a hug. And the hug that he gave me made me feel like he had violated me all over again, which then sent me into starting my healing process. It was a rough one, but it started me to heal from that.
Right. Because as a man on the panel, I'm thinking, how can you ever have a trusting, loving, give or take relationship with a man after going through all of these consecutive abuses? And did you consider being lesbian, or did you consider uh, when you did want to be with a man, did you want to be with a hardcore thug, or like somebody that was soft that you felt you could manipulate as a woman?
Well, I will say from the first question you asked, because I don't forgot about when you asked the first question, I'm stuck with that question.
I'm sorry.
No problem at all. After you've had that many experiences, everything you do with a man is going to be to satisfy him. It's never going to be, I'm doing the right thing. You're going to make all the wrong decisions. You're going to be promiscuous, especially after it happened to me as many times as it happened to me, the worst up until the age of 13. I can tell you stories after stories of me being put into situations, my family basically putting me in these situations, and to me it almost seemed like it's a setup or something, but I don't know, that's just the way I feel about it. But every relationship for a very long time was me actually loving the people who I was with or whatever, and hoping that they love me the way that I love them, but ultimately finding out none of them was good for me until I met my husband, which came via prayers. So no, a lot of bad mistakes. And
hello.
Oh yeah, you're back. You're back,
Hello.
Selena. You had dropped off for a minute, but you're back now.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead.
you can, oh, okay.
Go ahead. Finish saying what you were saying.
Okay, I was just saying that I made a whole bunch of bad decisions. You know, I thought that everybody who I was with, that I was in love with them, and I was hoping that they would love me the same way that I love them. But
Mm-hmm.
not having a father. I had my daddy. He was there financially, but no relationship or anything like that. No guidance
Right.
in that. And also too at my age, there's a long story because I've been raising kids ever since I was 11 years old. So,
Oh my
um,
God.
yeah. So there was a lot of open opportunity, and it was like every guy that I met back then in those times, they was out. They felt the sense of I had been violated before. It's like they knew it. They can smell it in the air that I had been violated before, and it's just like it continued on.
Wow. That's crazy. My goodness. Did you ever some people uh they have a hard time with like forgiving God or believing in God after this. Like, did you ever have that happen?
I absolutely had a hard time. I had a hard time trusting God when and I also want to say, you know, everybody may not believe it. When you don't have a father in your life, he's the example that's next to God, right? If you
Right.
can't if you can't trust him, it makes it that much harder to trust in somebody you can't physically see with your own eyes.
Amen.
So being that he wasn't there. Listen, I was even somebody. I ended up getting pregnant at the age of 14, and nobody had a question for me.
What?
Yeah, 14 at 14 and pregnant, and just like they just wanted to know who are you pregnant from.
Dang.
But no questions after that. Like, how did this happen? And nobody knows that there was a whole setup. My aunt bought a guy over to the house that I did not even know. I was pinned down and taken advantage of, and I thought that's the way things go because that's what's been happening to me. And because of the Hassan Campbell thing that you were talking about before, that's what
Mm-hmm.
made me think about it. Because not only did he do that to me, but a child was produced from it, and I still ended up in a relationship with him.
That's, that is crazy. So now, how did you move from all of that to the woman that you are today? Because that you're a miracle. That's all I'm gonna say. You're a
Thank you.
miracle.
Good
Well,
question.
well, what I'll say is, when I say I've been raising kids from the age of 11, it kept on
Mm-hmm.
going on because my mom was a single parent. And
Mm-hmm.
with every kid that she had, it kept me busier with raising the kids until ultimately my mom ended up passing away, and I ended up gaining custody of my sisters, my brothers. My aunt bought her kids and dropped them off at my house, and I ultimately end up with 14 kids. And
Mm.
when you've been through the things that you've been through, there's a when you see your kids growing up, you don't want them to experience any of those things that you went through. And so there
Right.
are promises that you start to make for yourself because you know for sure you don't want your kids to experience those things. And so basically what I did is I just took and said, um, my mom taught me everything that I know, whether it was good or bad, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna
Hey,
use it to my
I'm
advantage.
sorry to interrupt, but Selena, I gotta jump down right quick. I'm gonna fix my kids' food and stuff. But I'm sorry about everything that happened to you, young lady. But I hope you can get through it, and don't let all this stuff pull you back from whatever you want to accomplish in life.
I thank you for that, and I am truly working towards that, not letting it hold me back because I am not a victim. I have the victory over all of this, and I know that today better than I do know any other day in my life. I know that I have the victory over all of this.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
Thank you,
Keep
27. I
your head,
appreciate it.
keep your head up. And Selena, I appreciate you letting me up, babe. I'll come back
Thank
up if
you.
I can.
Okay. Thank you.
All right now. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
good one.
You too. Yeah, that's
Bless.
a story. That's a story. You need to write a book.
I done been told that so many times, and I've tried to. Um, I've tried to 3 times to write, and I haven't. I've never been able to complete it before, and so I just said one day I just said I'm gonna come on YouTube and I'm just gonna make this my diary. Like I first came on here, I made one video, and then shortly after that, like I started coming on late nights because my process when my process first began, it started me having the thoughts of the things that happened to me was keeping me up at nighttime, not able to get no sleep, just up all night crying about these different things that happened to me. And then to
Right.
not be acknowledged, I told my daddy about all of the things that happened to me when I was younger, and he did not acknowledge the letter that I wrote to him, pouring my heart out to him, but he'll come around me and not that I wanted him to say a whole lot. I just wanted to be noticed where
Right.
I have never been before growing up. And the fact
So
that what I'm struggling with now these days is that, and I'm learning to move past it, because he won't even acknowledge that he received the letter, but I know he has the letter because my sister told me she read the letter. It's in his car.
wow.
Yeah, but
So
he has.
so let me ask you this, T. Um, did you always, with that happening to you, and then with your father doing what, kind of ignoring you in some ways, did
Mhm.
you always feel like that people ignored you or you were left out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I always felt like I've played the background. Um, Even somebody sent me a picture the other day, and it's a picture of my mom standing in front of a car. She's holding a baby, and then my brother on the side of her, and I'm kind of like hid behind her, sitting on the hood of the car, and you can barely see me there. When
Wow.
I seen that picture, it was like that picture spoke volumes to me.
Hmm.
Um, but I've always there's incidents. My brother shot me in my leg, and my mom was yelling at me.
Wow.
Yeah, when my brother shot me in the leg, I had to go to the hospital, have my leg dug in and everything, and still the bullet has not been removed. It's still there right now today. But
That's crazy.
she fussed at me because I took cooking grease and dumped it all over his new clothes that he had in there because I couldn't shoot him back. So
Wow.
yeah, it was some very crazy situations. And no, I always tell these stories and stuff because it's the things that really happen. And I absolutely do not hate my mama. One thing that I do know is that if this stuff was happening to me and she wasn't strong enough to acknowledge, and I'm not making up excuses for her, I just can't have the conversation with my mom because she's not here anymore.
Hmm.
um, I imagine that whatever I went through in life, I can only imagine what happened to my mom.
Yeah, for her to be so numb to your pain is
Yes.
that speaks volumes. Like something happened to her for her to feel like,
Yeah.
to not even acknowledge it.
Yep. And it took me a minute to get to that place, but me realizing later on in life that my grandma she had 5 children. Her first 2 children was my mom and my aunt. She gave them 2 away, and she raised the other 3. So
Wow.
right there is where my mom's story. My mom played the background too. She was around to see, but my mom was adopted. So I can, just imagining, and in that way, I can imagine that if those things was happening to me, what did my mom live through? So in that way,
Hmm.
I can give her grace and understand and still love her for doing the best that she knew how to do.
Did you have any issues with forgiving her and the perpetrators? Like, are you still forgiving them?
I would like to think that I have forgiveness, but this is the way I kind of look at forgiveness. I feel like if I don't never cross paths with the person, then I don't know if I truly have forgiven them. Because now in there was a situation that recently happened, and I talk about it too on here, is that my dad recently had some surgeries done or whatever, and my sister contacted me. And when my sister contacted me, she had somebody in the car with her that was asking a whole bunch of questions about who I was, trying to make sure I'm the same person that they think I am, right?
Mhm.
And I mean, they asked probably about 7 or 8 questions about me, and I hadn't talked to my sister now in probably like 2 years, so I can hear the person asking questions, but not really focused on it.
Right.
Um, so the next day, she calling me again. We getting an update, and at that moment, we had a moment of silence. And I say, "Well, yesterday when you was riding, who was that asking all the questions about who I was?" And I heard she
Mhm.
got ready to turn the camera around to them, and he said, "Don't turn that damn camera on me." And I asked her, I say, "Well, who was that?" And she spoke his name. He is someone that had pinned me down before, ripped my things off, and done whatever he done to me. And when she said his name, I just started screaming at my sister, and come to find out she is dating this guy.
Oh my God.
As as I and that's what I this is the story that I was talking about the other day when I was triggered by this, because the aunt that is calling me, they were all calling me at the same time. So some kind of way I got the aunt tied up in it. And so like she was triggering to my. And I was trying to avoid her. But so there are certain situations I definitely feel like I do have forgiveness, but there's also times too, I must admit, Selena, that my mind can definitely go to a dark place, and I'm thinking about things that I want to do to them, and
Right.
I have to pray over myself and get out of the devil's workshop. So
Yeah. They say idle mind is the devil's workshop.
yes, so I kind of have to, like snap myself out of those things. But yeah, there's a lot of people to forgive, and it's
You're
scary at
right.
the times. One of the guys who touched me as a kid, he is an EMT, and I'm
What?
trying to get one of my friends into the EMT, to the ambulance that she got cut in the club, and
Uh-uh.
walking her to the ambulance. One of my violators step out of the ambulance, and I just pause. I'm stuck.
Mm-mm.
So these are the kind of situations that they come when I least expect it to happen, that
Mhm.
I'm faced with them, because I haven't seen these people in forever. I'm here in Orlando and everything. This stuff is happening back in Gifford, Florida, or whatever. So it's like I haven't seen these people in forever, and it's like now I'm being put in situations where I run into them every now and then.
Right, right. Wow, that is crazy, man. You really need to write a book. I'm serious, because you can help a lot of young women. It reminds me of a story that I know a young lady that was raped by her uncle,
Mm,
and I couldn't fathom, like, even thinking one of my uncles would look at me in that type of way. Like,
right.
that's just crazy to me. And one of her uncles, but it was her aunt's husband, so it wasn't her blood uncle, but still, it's still bad. But she was, I think she was your age. She was 6,
Hmm.
and he raped her. And well, raped her. I'm sorry, I can't say the word, but I thought, I was just like, and she's now, telling other young women, encouraging other young women that have experienced any type of sexual abuse or anything like that, or incest, things of that nature. So she
Right.
talks to a lot of young women, teenagers,
Yeah.
and I think that's a beautiful thing, because she didn't use, her tragedy to cry about it, and still be mad. She used it for to help other people. And
Right.
with you having your YouTube channel, you talk about a lot of different things, but one thing you do talk about is your life and how you kind of maneuvered through some things
Yeah.
in your own life. So that you're really helping people that listen to you. Like we were talking about how the drama sells on here. A lot of times people miss things because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for drama. They're looking for excitement. But these are the things, when people have real conversations like these are the things that are meaningful, because you really don't know what people have gone through, to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that seem like they're good and okay, and they want to off themselves because they have experienced what you did. And just to hear
Right.
your story and how you help people, then hey, they feel like they can keep going because they see that you went through it, you survived, you're a better person for it. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think you should keep telling your story, and those who will listen, they will listen. You know what I'm saying? And just keep
That's the way I
being,
see it.
yeah,
just
keep
just
being
like
you.
that. Yeah.
Keep being you. That's why I say sometimes I get sometimes discouraged too, but because with me saying talking about different things like earlier, I had to get with somebody because people don't understand. God gives us so many things in life to talk about. And
Right.
we are not going to just talk about God, 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 God all the time. Even if you are a believer, there's
Right.
so many other things to talk about. But yes, he is in the center of everything because this is his world. But I think people are so religious and so heavenly minded, they're no earthly good. You know what I'm saying? It's what you've been through is a testimony, because even though you had tragedy, it was only God's grace that you're here. That's the point.
Right. Right.
You know.
Absolutely. Well,
So
I told you that I was gonna come over here and get on the couch with you one of these days and talk, talk a
right.
little bit about it. And I say, oh my goodness, I said, there it is, right there. I say, let me go on here,
Hmm.
just say it. And I feel like I draw strength every time that I can tell a little piece of it, because what I'm looking for is to get to the point where I can talk about it and no tears fall out. And I don't think I'll ever completely do that, because
Hmm.
there is just sometimes when those subjects come up, I feel like I'm in the moment of it happening.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the tears come from. And also too, as a child, I was not allowed to cry. You can cry, but you get those things like, look at you sitting over there crying. What you crying for? And after a while you get that response about everything. You learn how not to cry. So now it's like I'm putting myself in a position where if the tears come, honey, they just have to flow. But
Hmm.
I'm also one that, because of that, I feel like now, get me mad and I'm into it with somebody. I don't care nothing about those tears, because those angry tears, and you don't want the cup of anger that I'm about to pour out on you.
I know that's right.
But if I'm crying because I'm emotional about something, or I'm feeling hurt in my heart or something, those are the
Uh-huh.
hardest tears for me to cry, because I view those tears, and not to other people, only to myself. I view that as
Hmm.
weakness in myself. And so I'm
Hmm.
that's what I'm working on, to change that part around and be able to see. Before, I was living like the manly Shauna. I'm gonna fight everybody. I'm gonna pour out of my anger onto everybody. And now I want to walk in my womanhood. And
Right.
I want to be gentle, but life has not been soft and gentle to me. So,
No, it's not.
yeah, trying to do something different. But here lately, I don't have any complaints, because I'm in a good, peaceful place right now, except for like the little triggers or whatever. But I know those are gonna come, and they come because the only way you can get past those things is to bring them up and push them out.
Right.
So, you know, I have
Well,
good days and bad days. My good days outweigh my bad ones. That's what I'll say.
hey, just keep doing you and being you. Thank you so much.
You are
SBK.
huh?
Oh, no, I was telling SBK if he would like to, you can come up, SBK. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I see what he's saying. He said, I appreciate you sharing with all you've been through and you still here. Absolutely, SBK. I'm still here. And that's
She's
why I say
still here.
victory. I got
Hmm.
and let me tell you something. In it, the what I got from out of that, this the last thing I'm gonna share, Selena.
Oh, hey,
that,
be
that,
you.
that day when I'm telling you, I could view that as I can't believe he asking all these questions about me and he know who I was. But I also recognized in the moment, this boy is asking all, and I call him a boy because he ain't no man. I want to say some other things, but I'm definitely gonna respect your panel.
Oh,
um,
hey, say how you feel.
when he asked, it made me so angry that he was asking all the questions, trying to figure out, am I the right person my sister's talking about? But
What?
I also realized that at that day, I got your balls in my hand.
Wow.
And if you think about it, he's asking all the questions because now he's nervous because when he did that, I was 14, 15 years old. I'm now
Hmm.
a full grown 48-year-old woman. And now
Yeah.
you haven't ran across me since then. And he's trying to make sure. And I can feel the fear that was coming from him if I go back and think about how he was asking those questions. The same way I can go back to that day when that man showed up to my mom's funeral, knowing what he did to me. I can tell
Hmm.
he gave me a hug. I can tell by the hug. It irritated my spirit back when it first happened after I left from Vero to come back home. It
Hmm.
bothered me. That hug is what sent me into my healing process. But
Right.
I go back and think about the hug you give me. You know that hug that somebody lean in and they know you don't like them, or something that
Right.
like touch your back with the tips of their finger because they know not to touch you with their whole hand. You know, like that fake
Hmm.
hug. He gave
Right.
that to me, and that going back and thinking about it now, I know that for a long time he been comfortable walking around on this earth in his skin. And the day that he hugged me, I know if it cost me, and it did to me what it did, because see, it brought healing for me to
Mm.
go through that again. But I know I
Hmm.
flipped it. Going back and thinking about it now, he had that encounter with me. I turned his world upside down because ain't no way in hell he not thinking about what he did to me.
Yeah. And like I said, a lot of times you heap coals on people's heads. Basically, you their conscious is going to really affect them. It's going to wear on them because they see you thriving and striving. Like you're not, woe was me, and you're not
Right.
on drugs. You're not prostituting. You are a mother. You're a wife. You have, your own farm and things. So you have progressed in life. And see, some of those same family members probably thought you weren't going to be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But just because of God's grace, you are something and you have a lot to offer. And, one thing I've learned, sometimes family can be the worst enemies
Oh
that
yes.
you will have because you expect them to love you. You expect them to support you and encourage you, but that's not always the case. Sometimes family are the ones that will hurt you the worst and the most.
Absolutely.
So, the fact that you have, progressed in your life and you didn't give up, hey, that's enough to be said right there. It's enough.
Amen.
Hmm.
Selena, I appreciate you for letting me come up and grace your panel. It
Thank
has
you
been
for
a
coming.
pleasure, and hopefully, I have touched someone or helped them get on their journey to their healing. And you know, that's what I'm here
Well,
for.
well, thank you so much for coming up. We appreciate you.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Anybody else that would like to come up, you're more than welcome. This is Selena's Couch. I have put the link in the chat. Thank you guys. I hope that you sub up to Life with Tashana. She has some really good wisdom to give people. If you are interested in some different type of content, but she talks about everything. Like me, I talk about everything. I don't just talk about one topic. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm not the person for you. So I like to be versatile in different things. Okay. So I don't appreciate when people try to tell me how to run my channel like someone else. So that's where you will definitely have a problem with me. I'm nice and I try to be respectful to everyone that enters. But one thing I learned in this world, a lot of people want respect, but they don't give it. A lot of people want you to make sure you don't hurt their feelings or say things in a nice way, but they don't realize their actions and how rude their actions are. So I think we all need to learn how to have a little bit of self-awareness when we interact with other people. And yeah, just learn to have some self-awareness. Please press the like button. Hey, shit show. Hello, Taryn the Black. Thank you for joining me today. So I guess SBK he doesn't want to come up. He doesn't want to come up on Selena's couch. I was gonna help you, SBK. With some advice since you were trying to get we were giving you a hard time the other Friday, but it was all in love. It was all in love. So anybody is welcome to come up. But basically, I just want to talk about how there's so much going on in the world. It's a lot of fakery. It's a lot of drama. Um, and it's so many things out here that wants to get our attention, and it's not always beneficial to us. A lot of things that we see out here now are very superficial. And it's nothing more than surface. I'm relaxing now. I'm at home. So forgive me if I sound a little relaxed, but everything in this day and time is very surface. People don't want, sometimes I don't think, something really meaningful. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, they want you to placate to what they want you to do and what they want you to say. I've never understood people that think that they had the balls to come and say what they want to say to you on your platform. And then, I just, the audacity of people in this day and time is baffling to me. It really is. But I guess this is the world that we live in. People think they have a right to, okay, SBK, if this is you, please cam up, because I don't want nobody showing me anything that I don't want to see. Okay, you got your camera off, so let's see. Let me see. Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay, there you are. SBK, what is good? What is
Hey,
good?
hey, how you doing
I'm,
this afternoon?
well, I had to get a little, I had to get a little rough, rugged, just a little bit, but I
I
can't,
saw,
I came back down. You see how fast I came back down?
yeah, yeah, you bounced back real quick, but then you got took there for a little bit, but you bounced back real quick, so
Yeah,
it's
I
all
did it
good.
all without cussing.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. I noticed that. Are you sure you okay now?
Yeah, I am. It's just I just people got a lot of nerve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, and I sometimes I kind of switch. I forget, and I have to remain I have to remain calm because you have all types of people that hit your platform, and some people just don't have any manners, you know.
Right. So
Uh-huh.
you just have to. I don't know. I have thick skin when it comes to that. If you have somebody like that that has an opinion, I don't. I don't even look at it as just move.
Nah,
If you don't like it, if you don't like to hear it, then just move on. You know what I mean? So,
right. And man, that's what I think. I've always been a person, um if you don't like something, like, you don't have to announce it. I've always been a person that I just move on.
absolutely.
And I wish people would do the same. Um, but other than that, I want to get to you.
Okay.
Um, okay, so the last time we were talking about uh your dating, you were kind of having some issues with that, but I did say that I thought that you were extremely picky. And you said, "What do you mean by that, Selena? What do you mean?" And I was just like, and I explained it to you. Um, I want to know, what are you looking for? Because you seem to be a very picky person, like I said. And then I also said that you were afraid of a commitment because of maybe what you have seen coming from, your family history. So, can you explain to me what you're actually looking for? What is it going to take for SBK to settle down, the eligible bachelor of Longview, Texas?
Well, first of all, before I answer that question, I want to know if, why you think that I'm picky,
Well,
and
I told you.
your observation, your humble observation. I want to know why you think that I'm picky.
Okay, like you were telling me about the lady at the store. Okay, now she was interested in you, and you said something about she would come up there. She was very voluptuous or whatever, so you liked that about her. But you said she had plaits in her hair. Like, what the like, okay, the lady has, but she has plaits in her hair, so maybe it was a bad hair day. Maybe she wears wigs and she didn't put on a wig that day. She just wanted to go out, and so you could see her for who she was. So she had plaits, and then you gonna say, you didn't too much like that, and I'm like, SBK, I think you're a little picky because I'm pretty sure there's some there was some women, like you said, there were women that were marriage material. They just weren't for you. But it's like, how many women are you going to meet that's marriage material, but they're just not for you? Is it because that you're looking for something like a Beyonce, something that's almost perfect? That's what I was trying to figure out.
And you mentioned that on the show. SBK, you looking for Beyonce? No,
Yeah.
that's not the case. But what I was trying to explain to you was that a lot of women and men are marriage material, but it just depends on who they're marriage material to, and it's not going to be particularly me, you know what I mean? So, but with the plat thing, it was just okay. Okay. If Selena, if you saw a man going to a grocery store and he looked like he looked like a nice looking man, but he just looked like he just threw something on and just looked like he just hopped up out of bed, got slobber all over his mouth and all kind of stuff, didn't brush his hair, wasn't groomed. What do you think about that?
Okay, so you didn't say she didn't look groomed. You said she had plaits on her head. Just to go back on what you said.
Yes.
Now, let look. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I seen that, I'm gonna probably be like, okay, it's pretty interesting. I probably wouldn't like that, to be honest with you. I'm gonna just keep it 100, right? But that don't mean I would not talk to him Like, cause I have met some guys like that. I would be like, not my type. But I try to give people a chance. So I hear them out.
Well, it was that I in that particular story, I was just saying, she had a nice body. She was a very, she was, she was pleasant to look at.
Mhm.
But as far as that is concerned, that was just a drawback. Not saying that I wasn't going to give her a chance, but that just stuck in my mind. I'm like, nope, you know what I mean. But okay,
Mhm.
let me answer your original question. Right now, as far as marriage material and what I'm looking for, I I'm basically I have to work on myself first before I can move forward in a relationship or look for marriage material in a woman,
Mhm.
because because I have certain things, uh, certain goals and certain things that I have to accomplish first before I'm looking for that ultimate queen in my life. So it's not like you know I'm picky in that regards. It's just that I'm trying to get my ducks in a row before I move forward to that. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's my whole thing on that. But
How long is
you,
it going to take you to get your ducks in a row? Cause I'm trying to be. I'm just being honest with you. I don't understand you, men, because you act like, oh, I gotta have you. Look, you got a career. That's number one. You seem like you got a good head on your shoulder. You're not ugly, and you dress, I guess, fairly well from what I've seen, and you can hold a conversation. Now, you're not going to have everything perfect when you meet someone. That's not realistic, though.
it may not be realistic, but in my mind, before I can, it, not every situation is going to be perfect. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And to answer your question, how long is that going to take? Um, whenever I'm comfortable, um, I guess, you know, monetary wise, and um, just look, I have goals. See, Selena, I have goals, and so the goals have to be met first in my mind in order for me to move forward in a relationship or with someone who could possibly be my bride. So
Okay.
that's just me. But in regards to the story that I told, um, whenever it was 2 weeks ago, whenever, and you were in the chat. Yeah, my guard is always going to be put up. I think whenever you get whenever you get burnt by someone and you're in a real bad situation, it makes you think. And not saying, and I explained this, not saying that every person is going to treat you the same way as you were treated in your last bad relationship, but you just don't want to go through those same issues that you went through before.
Right.
I've moved on. I'm not scarred or anything like that when it comes to um, you know being in bad situations, but and I've moved on. But you just don't want to repeat the same thing. Fool me once, was it what we say down here in Texas? Fool me
Fool
once.
me
Fool,
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on
oh,
me. I think.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
And fool
So
and fool me three times. It ain't gonna be a three. It ain't gonna be a third time. That's what. That's what
yeah,
Bruce said.
that's what yeah, exactly.
Bruce
So
said it ain't gonna be a third time.
ain't gonna be a third time, exactly. So that's the thing on that. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I hope I answered your question.
Can you tell me what? Hey, Carl, how are you? Can you tell me what actually happened in that relationship, if you don't mind me asking? I'm just being nosy.
Well, there was a lady that I could tell that crossed my path every other day or whatever, and I could tell that she was interested in me, and we started talking. To make a long story short, to make what's so you already laughing at me. And
How
so
you can tell she was interested?
she would just she would see me outside honk. It's a smile. It's come on, Selena. You already know.
Oh, whatever.
You ladies already know. You don't have to come out and just say, "Hey, man, I'm interested in this dude." It's a certain smile. It's a certain look. It's body language, and a man who has some type of sense about him. You know what I mean? They're gonna
Are you
sense that.
full of yourself? Are you full of yourself? I think.
No, that has nothing to do with being full of yourself. It just you have to read body language. It has nothing to do with that.
Oh,
You have to read body
body
language,
language.
and you have to, it's just one of those things. So
Mm-hmm.
with me, I've never been the type of person to like come up with pickup lines and all that type of stuff. That what did Ludacris say? Forget about game. I'm gonna spit the truth. You know,
Oh
so there's no
Lord,
spit, no game. You just be yourself. But
not Luda. Go
but
ahead.
anyway, but anyways, so to make a long story short, I was, we exchanged numbers. We started talking, started going out,
Mhm.
and then she was. I told the story when you were on the you were in the chat. The lady was for some reason was just, I told her, about my daughter and told her about my family and all that. For some reason, she just wanted to meet my daughter. And so I was like, well, I was kind of, against that, at first, but she was just so dead
Mhm.
set on meeting my daughter. Well, she started, she met my daughter, started doing things with my daughter and stuff like that. And then, like I said, to make a long story short, she was seeing another guy, I basically caught her with the guy, okay, and
Mm.
so just some real trifling stuff, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
so that's what happened with that, So
So you caught her at the house with him? They was about to get in the bed? Like what?
no. I was dropping
Thank you,
off the
Carl.
no,
Uh-huh.
I had a I was at her house and the guy was there. They was just, chilling, and the guy was there.
Oh.
So I had words with her. The dude stood up and
What you say? What you say
I
when the dude stood up?
I don't I don't want to repeat what I said on here, but I the dude is like 6'4" or whatever, but he didn't want no problems with me.
He
So I
didn't want
just
no problems.
no, ma'am, not at all. So he was sitting there
Oh
drinking, but other than that,
Lord.
that was the extent to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's this situation with the story you want me to tell. I mean, I've been in a couple situations. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just one of them. But I mean, everybody's been through some situations to where they don't want to. Look this up, E. There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to get all the juicy details. Hey, this is Selena's couch. I want you to feel welcome to tell your business. So listen, I'm just curious about what you said to the guy because I just couldn't imagine you saying anything just awful. You're such a gentleman.
Man, I told that dude everything. I called her everything but a child of God, and then
Ooh.
the dude, I threatened to do some wickedness to him. So
Oh, you did.
yes, and so you know, Joe Delaney, who is a mod in your chat, she will tell you that she sensed that God was speaking to her that very day that I confronted both of them, and she actually called me. She said, SBK, something just told me to call you. Are you all right? And I was like, no. And so I gave her a rundown. And so when you now Joe's in church right now, so she'll tell you that there was something about this lady that she did not like. People in my
The
family
husband.
after
That
after the fact,
husband.
yeah, after the fact, hey,
Mhm.
it's something kind of not right with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and then come to find out after the fact that that I, quit talking to this young lady, I found out, she was just trifling, just a trifling,
Just a
individual.
trifling helper.
Yeah, she's just a trifling
Mhm.
individual. So there you have
Wow. Well, I tell you, so it was good that you found out before you married her. Were you thinking about marrying this lady?
it. She wanted to get married.
But
Um,
you didn't.
I, I'm kind of leery on people that, Selena, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm kind of leery on people that now it's okay to have goals. It's okay to have goals and you want to be married. Okay.
Mhm.
But once you start talking to someone and you see someone that has potential, um, I guess, and then you just want to just jump in and start talking about marriage, then that's kind of scary to me. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So
Okay, so that was a red flag for you that she kept talking about marriage and blah 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 blah.
kept talking about
So,
marriage, kept talking about moving in. Just always wanted to, it's I always wanted to do things for my daughter, or it was just kind of weird to me. That was very weird.
mhm.
I can't really explain that until you just, if you're in that situation and you're like, you know,
It was a gut
uh,
feeling.
it was gut feeling. There you go.
I think more women have it than men sometimes, but I think there's a part of everybody has it. It's just if we listen to it or not. So I think that you were maybe feeling in your gut that she wasn't trustworthy already with your very
Correct.
apprehensive anyway with I think with relationships and women. So um she just added to how you were feeling.
Right.
Um
Kept-
let me say this. So have you ever been like in love with someone?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was in love.
Okay.
I've been in love. I discussed on our show with it's just ETV, on the same show that you were in the chat giving me a hard time about. Uh, there was a lady that I met, and we worked for the same company, and I was very much in love with her. Okay.
Mhm.
We were talking for about 5 years. All right. And so
Mhm.
we were talking for 5 years, and um, she knew my family at the time. At the time, my mom was here, and my mom actually liked her. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, but she straight up said that she did not. Her kids were grown, and
Mhm.
um, she didn't feel like that with me having at the time. My daughter's mom she was around when my daughter's mom had passed away, but at the time, my daughter was 9 turning 10. And so
Mhm.
she just didn't want to be a part of that. She's like, hey, my kids are grown. I don't feel like I should be starting all over. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
And
So,
it took her 5 years to come to that conclusion.
correct. So,
Okay, so that's kind of retarded.
right.
So you're dealing with people that's not so bright. That's what they sound like. But no, not let me not judge. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna waste 5 years with someone, and I already know that I don't want to have to deal with their small child or their young child. So I think that's just really weird.
That was
Um,
very weird.
so yeah, that's pretty interesting. So you were in love with her, but in that 5 years that you were dating her and you were in love with her, there never was a time that did you ever think about marrying her?
Oh yeah, we talked
Mhm.
about that was someone. Now I will say this, Selena, that was someone that um I wanted to marry. I'm just go ahead and be honest. I wanted to marry that person, but like I said, things changed whenever when as soon as I became a full time parent and not a, you know what I mean, not a,
Mhm.
my daughter's mom passed away. That's when she said that. You know what I mean? So that was just like, I'm like, wow, okay. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
there you have it.
So, okay, do you believe that, some people say, "Oh, I'm going to pray to God for I'm going to pray to God for a mate." Do you believe in that? And if you
Yeah.
do, is there something is there anything that you as a person have to do, or do we just wait on God if that's what you believe in? Or do you just think that we could just go out there and we have a whole bunch of different choices?
Well, if you pray, I don't see anything wrong with a person praying for a mate and praying for God to bring them someone. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Uh, it- but in the meantime, if you're going to do that, if you're going to pray and ask the Lord to help you or give you discernment whenever, I think that you should. It's not. I don't. I think you should not be. Let God do the work. You know what I mean? Let God work on you, work on you in the process. And then once you're working on yourself, God's going to send someone. You know what I mean? I don't think that you should go out of your way to just find that one person, because if that's the case, then why are you praying and asking God? Pray and
Mhm.
ask God. He's pray and ask God. You work on yourself to be that person that you need to be uh, for the person that God God's going to send you, and in that time, God's going to send you someone. So I do believe in that. I do.
Okay, well, I just wanted to know from your point of view on that kind of stuff because um, do you think you're gonna pray to God for one, or you just working on yourself right now and you're just trying to get yourself in order?
I'm trying to get myself in order, Selena. I'm praying to God for other things,
Hmm.
and that's not, asking for a spouse is not on the top of the list right now.
Yeah, because you have a child, a 15-year-old child.
Yeah, she just turned 16, so
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's some trying years right there.
yeah. But it's something I wanted to add. It's just she put the question. She said, "Shouldn't you want to marry someone who shows potential?" Um, yeah, you should. E. And Selena, you should. But here's my thing about marriage, and this is what I wanted to bring to explain to you, um, Selena, is that
Hmm.
it's just listen at you. What is he going to say now? It
Right.
just it just seems to me that every time you look around, when someone gets married, right? They get married, and when the tough times come and there's a little bit of turbulence in that relationship, there's a little bit of you know one is not doing what they're supposed to do, then they don't stay married long. And I look at that and I'm like, why did you get married? You know what I mean? It just seems like everybody that I know that's around me, I'm saying just around me, that's married, they're out dipping off, you know what I mean? Dipping off and, doing their thing with other people, you know what I mean? Not being faithful, um, and not doing what they're supposed to do. I don't I feel like marriage today, by the majority of people that I see, and that's not necessarily you or people out in your chat. I'm not saying I'm seeing it for my own eyes, that they are not. They are, first of all, why get married if you're going to do that? Okay. Second of all, if you're going to marry and once the tough times come and you guys are not, neither one of you are perfect, you're just going to quit. Okay. um
Hmm.
why get married in the first place? You know what I mean? So i
Right.
feel like i feel like people I feel like people do not respect marriage the way that that it should be, because of course you believe in God, Selena. So do I. You know what I mean? Marriage is a sacred thing to me. It's a
Hmm.
serious thing. They're
Hmm.
vows. A lot of people's like, well, vows don't mean nothing. No, man. I mean, that's not true. You know what I mean?
Right.
So people need to take their vows and the sanctity of marriage serious, because you know it's just one of those things that our creator has created.
Mhm.
God created the man for the woman and the woman for the man, vice versa. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at it. I feel like people these days do not respect marriage, Selena. So
No, they don't. They don't. They don't respect it, and it's nothing to a lot of people. As if it don't work, I'll get a divorce,
right,
basically.
right,
And that's not the way it should be.
right.
Because our grandparents. I don't know about yours. My grandparents were married like over 50 years
Mine
plus.
was too.
So um, back then, that's just what it was.
Right.
But now it's like if I don't like you, you piss me off.
I'm gone.
I want you to do. I'm done. You know,
Right.
and that's just
So
what it is.
it's just what that is, but you brought out a good point. Our grandparents, my mom, uh, folks back in the day, they don't make those type of people no more. They're still out there, but that mentality to stay with your spouse for richer or poorer or better or worse, um, we don't have that mentality anymore, Selena. We just don't. You know what I mean? So
A lot of it
that's
is because um,
you there? You still there? You there? You done cut out. Did you leave me? This thing you got a bad signal or something. You there? Hopefully we get her back, y'all. You there? There you go.
okay, I don't know what's going on, but I am outside.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, I'm outside. But yeah, it's like God is not the center of people's relationships.
Mhm.
Um, and people don't pray together. People don't do none of that. They just
Right,
there. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And that's what it's just unfortunate. What I see in the world today. Um, People are just really they're just really messed up.
right, right. And so that's what I see. And then when you get our young people today, when they look on television and they see all these folks getting married, these Hollywood folks getting married, and they just think that it's just I need to do the same thing that they're doing. They got the wrong examples, first of all. You see what I'm saying? Um, and so
Right.
they don't see those problems that those folks have behind the scenes. You know what I mean? They don't. All they see is, oh, they look good together. I need to do the same thing. You know. Uh-oh, we dropped. We done lost her. There you go. You back? You there? We'll get her back, y'all. We'll get her back. You there? We'll get her back, y'all. You there? There you go.
I'm sorry.
No,
It
you good.
probably took me out. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Out.
Yeah, finish saying what you were saying.
No, I was just saying that a lot of young people today look at these Hollywood couples and that are getting married and stuff like that, and of course, it's one of those situations where people look and they just want to emulate the Hollywood stars and what they do, not knowing that these Hollywood stars, they got problems, they got issues. You know what I mean? And so you can't base your lifestyle or your perception of marriage based off of what you see on television, because that's not real. You know what I mean? And so that's what a lot of not just young people, but just a lot of people in general. You know. So
I agree. I agree with that. I'm walking and talking, so you can keep going.
No, we good. No, but that's just my perception on marriage. I don't think that I'm picky, Selena. I really don't. I think you heard that story with me, and you're like, oh, that dude is picky just because he saw that chick with plaits. That's just not the case. Um, I'm not picky at all. As long as you're charming and long as you can carry on a intelligent conversation. Um, that's all that I'm. That's the most important thing. You know, so I don't really
I
ask for much.
could, I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
But you know, um, the thing is, if you're not ready, you're just not ready. And it's good that you have admitted it to yourself that you're not ready. So you won't waste other people's time, and you can do what you need to do to better yourself.
Correct.
So, I
So
mean,
so so let me ask you this: with you saying that,
mhm.
uh, wouldn't is okay? You're saying that, and you're like, okay, as long as you're true to yourself, SBK, you're not ready. But then you think that I still am picky? No,
You
I'm
know
just,
what?
I'm sitting on your couch. I'm sitting on your couch. I'm just.
I'm, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think you are full of it. I'm just being honest.
Oh wow.
Um, I think that you are a nice person, but I do think that there's just some things that you have not dealt with from your past. And those are the things that keep you from moving forward in any type of relationship. I remember talking to you earlier when I was telling you about when, that we were going over the situation, and I was saying that I do believe that sometimes fear can hinder us in ways that we're not even aware. I can just say for me, sometimes fear has hindered me in certain areas that caused me to call it something else, but it's actually fear.
Mhm.
Now, I can say, oh, it's not that. It's just I'm just waiting on the right what. But sometimes the bottom line is fear stops a lot of people from even recognizing that it's there, or that it hinders us in some type of way. And I think that that's some of your situation. Yes, maybe you haven't met someone that maybe has really been the person that you could see your life sharing with and stuff. So I can get that. But I do think that you have a fear of commitment. I do think that you have a fear of being vulnerable with someone. And that's just what I see. Now, I could be totally wrong. I could. Um, because again, I'm just outside looking in. So I could be totally wrong about it, but that's just what I see. And that's what makes me sometimes it maybe comes out to me that you are a little picky. That's just my opinion.
So
So
let me ask you this: with a person like me that you've observed this and you gave your observation and you gave your opinion. So if I have fear in commitment, how does one get rid of the fear? How
I
does
think it's
one?
something. I think to me, I have even tried this on certain things. Just stepping out and risking something. Like if it's something that you're afraid of, like what can I say that I was afraid of? I was used to going out with a group of people, right? Friends, or I was out on a date. I always like to go out with people or a person, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when I went out and decided, let me just go out by myself and see how it is, because
Mm-hmm.
I did not like doing it. I always like being with somebody or somebody's or somebody, right? So when I started one day, I went out on my own. I mean, I told you, some of my people where I was going because I'm a single woman, right? And I went out. I had a great time and I went by myself. I met new people. I had conversations that I never would have had I been with a group or with a person. And I started doing that regularly so it wouldn't be so much of a fear, because it was a fear in my mind that, oh, I can't go out there by myself. I'm really an introvert. I really don't like getting to know a lot of different people and all this kind of stuff. So that was a fear. Or what if they don't like me? What if I overtalk? Or what if I meet some bad person? All these kind of different thoughts came in my mind that
Right.
stopped me before. And when
Right.
I actually stepped out and said, you know what? I'm going to go out here. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to meet some good people and I'm going to have fun. And that's exactly what happened. So I shouldn't have been afraid of anything. Now, of course, be cautious of my surroundings because I'm out alone, right? But as
Right.
far as that, having a good time, letting my walls down, is getting to know people and talking to people. That was probably one of my best experiences. And that's how I know I have grown from where maybe a year or two ago and to now. It's like now I can go out by myself and it not be such of a issue. Where
Mm-hmm.
before I had to kind of prep myself, and now I can just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes it's about doing something that scares you. I read a book years ago, and it didn't start the message didn't start materializing until a few years ago, and it was a book by Joyce Myers called "Do It Afraid." And when I read the book, she was talking about whatever you're afraid of, just do it, even if you're afraid of doing it. And it could be maybe with you, maybe getting out of your comfort zone. Talk to somebody that you probably wouldn't have talked to before, or you probably would have shied away from talking to, or you would have had reservations about. And even if it's not a romantic connection, you just never know. You could have a great friendship with that person. You could learn some things about yourself. It's so many different things that can happen in a situation if we're actually open to the lesson.
Well, I feel like I told everything you just said, I agree with. You can't be afraid to you can't be afraid of the unknown forever. You can't do that. I totally agree with you on that. With me personally, I'm not afraid to engage with I mean I have a lot of lady friends, you know what I mean, as far as I'm not talking about sexually or anything, like I'm just saying a lot of ladies that I talk to that we're just real good friends. But I totally agree with what you just said. You can't be fearful of you can't be fearful for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You have to jump out there and put yourself sometimes in situations to where some situations that are uncomfortable. Like look, I'm not gonna go out, just go out, meet some people. You know what I mean? You never know. I'm with you on that. I'm with you. We're on the same page. We're on the same page, man. We really are. You still there? I done lost you. There you go.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, so that's basically all I wanted to get you to see. And it's not just with relationships, it's just with a lot of different things. Sometimes it could be the smallest thing that could get us even closer to where we need to be. It could be really small, but it's about life is about risking, and a lot of times we're so afraid to come out of our comfort zone. We never know what's on the other side because we're so afraid to of the unknown.
Right.
Um, but I hope you all the best. I really do. And a lot of it, it wasn't fun. I think you're a very nice guy, but like I said, there is some things that I saw that was like, come on now, CBK.
Okay.
But SBK, I'm gonna call you, I gave you another name,
Yeah,
CBK.
CBK. What the
but
world?
with all last, I think that you're a good guy. I just think that sometimes we have to be careful that we're not so busy looking so much on what we want, more than what is the best for us. So I have that bad too, because it's certain things I want that it might not be the best thing for me, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's just something that we have to be open to. I would just say that. But
I
I
got you.
appreciate you
I got you.
because
Well, I look
thank
here. This
you.
this
Uh-huh.
this this conversation is a to be continued. I would love for you.
Yes.
I would love for you to hop back up on the panel again with me, and we could just discuss about stuff like this. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Uh, and so we'll get together soon, and
Yeah, you just tell me when and I'll be there if I have nothing going on.
yeah, you know how we do it. So look here,
Hmm.
I appreciate you let me be up on your couch. This has
Thank
been a
you.
very, very I want to I appreciate the young lady that you had up before.
Yeah,
She
she's
had
awesome.
yeah, that was a real touching story that she had, and blessings to her and blessings to your chat. I appreciate you having me up, sweetheart.
Thank you so much, SBK. You are welcome anytime. Thank you for coming on Selena's couch. Guys, thank you so much, Ballhead Wayne. I really appreciate you, everyone that gave today. You are a blessing from above. I really appreciate you guys. Even if you just press the like button or were engaging in the chat with each other, I appreciate that as well. And I hope that, at the beginning, I have to address some things sometimes, and sometimes it may come off a little rough, but uh, people have to understand to respect people's home. And my channel is that is where I can be myself, where I can talk about a lot of different things. And if people are up for the journey, thank you. And if you're not, then hey, I'm not for you. But I don't just talk about one or two things. And if we live in a world, uh, there's so many other things that's going on that we need to talk about or look at. And when I do things, when I talk about certain things, it's not to be superficial. It's actually a lesson in what I'm trying. And it may take me a while to articulate it, but I'm going to always come around to it. You just have to be patient with me. But what I do not and will not tolerate is someone being very just openly rude. That just shows a lack of manners. And if you call yourself a believer, so lack you need to work on that, because that's a lack of godliness. Now I'm patient with some things. I've been patient with a lot of stuff. But what I won't tolerate somebody telling me what topic I need to stay on and who I need to. No, we're gonna do it the way I see fit, and I'm gonna be led by a higher power, and it ain't gonna be you or anybody else. So God, or whatever you want to say, because like I said, God does things in decent and in order, and how you convey things to people, that shows your maturity, and it shows if you have manners or lack of. So please don't go in anybody's house or anybody's channel telling them how to run things. That's a bad idea, and that can get you in some uh, hot water with people. Some people will cuss you out. Okay, so that's something that I don't do. I want to treat everybody with respect, but I do want respect as well. When you come in here, don't be coming in here with that foolishness. If this is not the subject for you, then go come back another night. So I hope that you guys understand that, and those who don't, hey, I can't please everybody. So y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for my super chats. And thank you so much, guys, for staying around. I know it's other exciting things on here to be into. So I appreciate CB. I said CB. I'm gonna get his name right today. SBK. SBK. Life with Tashana. 27 Darin. Stu Fu. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for gracing my panel. Thinking about doing a Selena's Couch tomorrow. I don't know. I might change my mind. It just depends on how I feel. SBK. It depends on how I feel. So, yeah, just check me out and see if I'm gonna be live tomorrow. Right now I am going to enjoy. Hey, Dominique, child, I don't know. It's one of your people. Her name is Cindy. Cindy something. She came in here talking about I was here for Dominique, and I'm telling her this is Selena. So I'm gonna talk about whatever I see fit to talk about. I had to kind of let her exit stage left before I got real ignorant. Hey, no drama. And I like to do things in decent and order, so I don't appreciate what she did. Um, yeah, so she came in here. She was here to see you, and I guess I wasn't talking about what she was. I was talking about how drama sells, and it does. People are more interested in the foolishness and the drama than they are actually something that really matters. That's what I was gonna get to. She didn't even give me a chance to get to the point. And I have to tell people I talk about a variety of things. Yeah, Dominique, you want to come up? You can. Shoot, that really kind of, I'm telling you, that kind of pissed me off a little bit. I had to I didn't cuss her out, but I told her I was like Jesus when he was turning them tables, because that really rubbed me the wrong way, and that's for real. But no, it ain't your problem because it's just people that don't have manners. And it's people that don't understand that that's just disrespectful or they just don't care. I don't know, whichever one. But you can come up, Dominique, if you want to. But I guess she thought this was your channel. Because if she look at my page, it says my name on here. Okay. Oh, okay. I appreciate it. Yeah, but her name was Cindy something. It was some uh I can't pronounce it. So it started with the E. But and also we're gonna have Dominique back Friday, God willing. So we're gonna be talking. Um, yeah. I put the link in the chat. It's the StreamYard link. All you have to do is hit it. I don't know if you can see it. I'll put it in there again. Let me copy it and then I'll paste it. Yeah, I just thought that was the craziest thing I've ever heard. Come in my chat. I had to address that. I had to stop what I was doing. Okay, now just push in the StreamYard and then I'll add you up. You see it? It's this right here. I'm on my phone, so I can't I'm not on my laptop. So if you could just press the StreamYard. Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I had to address it. And I did it. Like I said, I was to the point. Like I told my audience, you don't have to cuss people out to let people know what time it is. I'm like, child, please. Now, hey, I'm a work in progress, so yeah, I don't like people that keep trying me. But yeah, I'm excited too, Dominique. Dominic. I call him Dominique. I done call CBK. You can tell I'm tired. So yeah. But if you would like to come up, you can. It's that StreamYard right there, and you can just push it and come up, and I can add you. But if not, we can wait until Friday, and do it then, and we can talk about it. But yeah, I think just people need to learn how to respect other people's channels. And you don't have to announce when you're out as if I care. So, I like to treat people right, but don't keep trying me. Hey, what's up, Robzilla? Good to see you. What's good? I'm trying to behave myself, but it's all good. I'm excited. I'm excited about what is to come. So, guys, I appreciate you for being patient with me and getting through this process. We've been up here, 2 hours and 19 minutes. So, as you know, that's uncommon for me. I like to be on here an hour and a half and be done. Not one of these content creators that just keep talking and talking. But I appreciate you guys for coming through. Even my buddy Dominic and Robzilla, everybody's SBK, just ETV, no drama. Thank you for Ballhead Wayne. Thank you for coming through, Carl and Cece. And just thank you guys for everybody, Captain Wolf, everybody that came through. If you have time, you can go back and look at the replay. I was talking about a lot of different things, So just whatever, hey, I was talking about it, whatever it was, I was talking about it. And then we had some people up here giving, telling their stories as well. And like I said, Life with Tashana had a very powerful story. So y'all definitely need to check that out. Go back to her part, because that's definitely a story to tell. She needs to write a book. It would definitely be a bestseller. And Dominic also has a book too. And you guys need to check out. I think I put his information in my description box. So y'all need to check out his book as well. Because he's very descriptive about when he died and he went to into hell. It's very it's very graphic. So I'm just saying, hey, you might won't be able to sleep. So oh, you on? I don't see you. It doesn't. Oh, you on? Okay. But anyway, guys, love you to Reese's Pieces. I will see you. And Dominic, I guess you don't want to come up. I understand. We'll talk on Friday. But I am doing another live tomorrow. It's a Selena's Couch, so anybody is more than welcome to come up and tell your grievances or whatever you want to talk about. And like I said, if I don't change my mind, I'll be live tomorrow. God willing. So just check me out. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe, and always press the notification button so you'll know when I am going live. So thank you for your time. And remember, I love you to Reese's Pieces. I'll talk to you later. Good night.